Laura here from Fresh with their Alfie walking around in the background somewhere. So it is wisdom with me. Today it's more, I suppose it's less wisdom, more information, and a shout out to business owners. I've just noticed I think this is not on my top, but this is real life, so I'm not changing my t-shirt. This is me, take it or leave it. So I wanted to talk to you about what I've been up to really. So when lockdown hit, the Fresh team jumped on social media. We took to videos like ducks to water. They were absolutely fantastic. They jumped on LinkedIn, they were writing posts, they were connecting with people, engaging with others, doing videos to market Fresh and keep going. It was something that Emily and I wanted to do. It was really important to us, and the team were absolutely fantastic in doing this. Including myself. But after a few weeks, I realised I had to draw back from that because there was a lot of stuff that I needed to do in order to make sure that Fresh kind of made it through, I suppose. So it took me away from almost the front line online with Fresh. And that did impact my engagement online. It impacted how I felt as a person, as a business owner. And it affected So some of the things that I kind of drew back to do were really, really important, but it took a lot of time. And I imagine I'm not on my own with regards to this. I imagine there's a lot of other business owners, managers, leaders, senior decision makers in organizations had to do certain things that they may never have done before, were not in their daily, day-to-day responsibilities, and potentially took them away from what they wanted to do or enjoy doing more. So some of the things that I got involved in was, the first thing was cash flow forecasting, financial planning, basically trying to figure out how many months could Fresh survive without any business coming in, because recruitment just fell off the edge of the cliff. Yes, we adapted. We had the idea to do some webinars, and we launched that. I think it was the first Saturday of lockdown. I had the idea to do the webinars and also broke my ankle all on the same day. So after we had fully launched a series of webinars across a variety of topics, which was fantastic that we were able to adapt so quickly. So that took a lot of time. Not just like planning, coming up with ideas, doing the content, figuring out what we're going to write them about in terms of the slides, who we were going to invite, and then promoting them, getting people onto them, and actually delivering them across branding, video, CV writing, interview tips, LinkedIn, onboarding, employee engagement. The list was very long. Oh, and recruitment, how to do it directly without the use of a partner or agencies. So that was a big thing in itself. But then after the financial planning and the cash flow forecasting, we felt a little bit better, but we still need more of a buffer. So we started I researched the loan situation, and luckily got put in touch with a lovely guy at Lancashire County Council who put me in touch with another lovely guy at Access to Finance, who are a government-funded organisation. And he held my hand throughout that process. So we put together a business plan, a specific cash flow forecast for the loan application, gathered together all the little bits. He even wanted a CV of me and Emily, of which I have not updated in 4 years. I've had Fresh, so we had to do that. Obviously getting bank statements and information together, it took ages. It would have taken longer if I hadn't had the support from Mark at Access to Finance. He was absolutely amazing. I spoke to the bank as well to try and get some information out of them as to whether we could source some funding and some lending. They were absolutely useless. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure whether I should name and shame them, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. And then I can always let you know at a later date. But they were absolutely useless. GC Business Finance is who we went with in the end. They made the process as pain-free as possible. Once we got all the information together, it wasn't actually that bad in terms of waiting for a decision from them and getting the funds in the bank account. But it took weeks of my time. And then researching the grant situation, that wasn't easy because we didn't fall in line with the guidelines initially because we're in shared office space. That was stressful. There was a few hysterics on the phone to the council. So sorry, council people, for that. I do apologise. I'm a bit more level-headed these days. That was in the early days of lockdown. And then I've had to then apply again when the government relaxed the criteria on shared office space. I've spoken to HMRC to organise time to pay so that we could defer our VAT and our PAYE to give us a bit of extra cash in the bank should we need it. although we still have to pay that, so I'm not sure how beneficial that has been. What else did I do? I've got a little list here. So, research furlough. We didn't utilise it in the end, but we still needed to understand the scheme, the pros, the cons, the ins, the outs, the detail, so that we understood if we got to the point where we wanted to furlough people, we knew what to do. So again, that took time. Our roundtable events, we had to move those online as well as the webinars. And just kind of planning really to ensure not only the physical safety of the team, their emotional safety and health and well-being over lockdown when they don't have the support, the physical support of being in the office with each other, but also the safety of their jobs. Planning for that took a lot of time, took a lot of energy and emotion. And improving processes. We've had to adapt processes to an online world in terms of candidate screening, interviewing, the sales process. Everything had to change. But those processes that I implemented in terms of the sales process, and Emily implemented processes on the delivery side, they are here to stay, and they will positively impact the business for the longer term. So everything I've done over the past 4 weeks, whilst it took a lot longer than that. What am I talking about? 3 months. Took a lot longer than anticipated, but will benefit the business in the longer term and not just in lockdown. So I felt like I faded away in the background really at Fresh, and I did feel a bit down about it and a little bit sad because everyone was absolutely smashing social media and LinkedIn and videos and getting loads of engagement and inquiries, and I wasn't, and I did feel a bit low. There was probably a specific week that was worse than any, and I thought, right, let's not moan about this. The girls are doing amazingly well. This is not a negative. Let's turn it into a positive, reframe it in my mind. And I set myself a challenge in the middle of May to do not only a 10-minute yoga every morning to help get my mindset where it needed to be, but I also set myself a challenge to do a video every single day so that I could continue talking to you guys, reconnect, let you know what we've been doing, challenges, successes, sharing any positive stories to try and inspire and motivate and spread some joy and positivity, but also hopefully passing on some knowledge and some little tiny wisdom to help other people in a similar situation, because none of us have been through something like this before. We're all winging it and figuring it out as we go. So I feel better about that, but it wasn't easy, and it got me thinking about other business owners, decision makers, leaders, managers. Are they in the same boat? So I wanted to know what you guys have been up to during lockdown that may not necessarily be part of your job day to day, that may have taken you away from what you usually do and should be doing or want to do because you enjoy it and are really good at it. What have you been up to? Now is your time to shine. Tell us what you've been doing. Tell us the positive impact on that, because sometimes it goes unnoticed. And I am lucky that I have a really insightful, intuitive, lovely team of people around me. And even though they don't see me every day, so they would know that something's wrong, they constantly check in and they ask me if I'm okay. And so I have an outlet for it. But working from home and people being isolated, not everyone will have an outlet for it, and people might be busy working away in the background, and sometimes it can be a thankless task because no one sees it. So no one can comment on it. No one can say, well done, you did a great job, keep going, because they don't know it's there, especially if you don't tell them. And it's something that I've learned from doing feedback training with the team over the last couple of weeks, that I need to tell them more what I'm doing and how challenging I'm finding it and how difficult, so they can rally around me more. So that's it. I am going to go now. I would love to hear from you if you want to contact me or drop a message in the chat. Thank you everybody for watching. Hello Emily, Veronica, Evie. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've waffled on for a very long time and I'm going to go now. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon.